Welcome back to the show, everybody. Kamen Rider Build, episode number 46. And no, the be the one, the be the one. Alright. Y'all know I love that damn song, and I'm like, more of that movie building technical thing. But that has nothing to do with it, but a whole lot to do with what this episode is. Because this episode, even given like what it was that it tried to set up, is pretty deep. Like when you really, really think about and consider what we know and what the possibilities can be. But we'll get into that later. I got a question to ask y'all, streets. Do you want to play a game? Yo, because that's how this episode opened up. Evoto got on the screen like, yo, what's up? I'm green, nigga. No, I'm not. I'm Evoto, bitch. Yo, what's up? It's your boy Evoto. You want to play a game? Look, hey, yo, y'all know who y'all is. I ain't even going to put your names out on blast, homeboy. Look, y'all need to get here ASAP. Y'all need to get here. In general, period. Just get here, bring my shit, and if you ain't got my shit, I'm fucking niggas up. Word. From your boy, Evoto. That's what this episode was and is. And the setup for it is that, do you want to play a game with the lives of all Japanese people on the line? That isn't funny. But it's funny to me, though. It's funny to me that at this point, given what we know about Evoto, this dude getting mad desperate. Like, yo, we just sat up for last episode, an episode where everybody took quantitative on quantitative level L's. We see that as soon as Sento hit that boy Evoto with that 1-inch punch, we've seen it change in his character. And I feel that this is as good a time as any to really mention the desperation from someone who used to be a cool, calm, and collected character is going nuts because he know what we know. You are going to get Rider kicked to death. That is your ultimate fate. How many Rider kicks you gonna take before you take that ultimate L of taking this L? You know. But you go, you know you done. You know, flag game, you know you are a wrap. And it's like, and the thing is that that's something that probably go over a lot of people's head. And understanding that Evoto is now a character with emotions is understanding that you can sense, and I mean sense, the desperation to want to finish this before this can get really, really, really fucked up for you. And by fucked up meaning that because you are the villain, you gonna take a motherfucking L. But how much of an L you gonna take when it's your time to peace out? We don't know. But I felt that, right now they're really sitting up here because that was something that I gathered, like, from this whole episode of Evoto, just sitting up here like, yo, this dude is desperate to get the attention of the people he needs to get the attention to so he can get the job done. He had a piece of that Dragon Ball shit. He called on the boy Shinron Perk, like, yo, hook your nigga up with some juice. He like, you got the juice now, baby, to deliver these house. And now I want more of that juice, baby, to fuck up my enemies. It was about 10 years ago that I came down to the earth. Start fucking shit up and giving niggas the nerve. I rape Bonjo Mama's bitch, and now you know that I'm the shit because Evoto got the juice. I was running around with Shinobu Katsuragi, putting in work and dropping bodies. Now son whooping my ass with his homeboy and the other homeboy and this dude named me to understand because Swag Boy got the juice. That is what it is. See, I'm clowning. Let me clown. But look, for real, like real talk, I really want to take a couple of seconds, jokes aside, to really describe of what this end game is becoming. We, again, like, and I will just say it to just re-remind you, we have a character who is legitimately desperate to bring an end to the world. Because again, before the Evoto, Lordy Boat we know and love, would have just sat there and just chilled and just been, all right, man, they'll be here when they get here. No, you can sense the desperation. The desperation, and it's like the thing is that it's organic desperation when you really think about it. Is that again, to remind you, and I'm going to keep repeating this to make sure that you understand what we are with this character. About 6-7 episodes ago, Evoto was chill. Like, okay, whatever. Get me them damn lost bottles now. Well, lost bottle in this case, but you get my point. Oh, and now that we talked about this, and shout out to the game for the juice, that's my song off 1992. Be the one to be the one. All right, that happened. Oh, after we get done, with some Beverly and some Be the One, right? The white panel is for real. Not white panel van. Don't get me wrong though. White panels, right? That boy, Banjo to you. He got the slippery trigger. He put it inside Pandora's box, and then there was a white panel. It looked like Bottle Lord Dad was telling the truth, and it makes sense totally. Everybody is not a murderer, even though he have technically killed people. But it's cool now because your daddy was telling the truth now. More on that later. Now back to our episode already in progress, right? So, in this, the white Pandora panel is weird. And now here's more of that exposition for that ass. Even though I have not seen the X8 Build movie, I know that a lot about what that way we're talking about parallel worlds and shit had a lot to do with that movie, and I know a little bit about it. I still need to sit down and watch it. I think it has been subbed, if I'm not mistaken. I just haven't had time to sit down and watch it, but I got plans though. But regardless, here's the other thing. Let me readjust the camera here. There we go. Here's the other thing. I know a little bit about what happens after Evo Joe gets Ryder kicked to death. Zio, right? What I know, the little bit I know about Zio and what he does has a lot to do with parallel worlds and shit. Which also brings me back to mandolins and 33 episode runs of Kamen Rider. But you can get all of that if you want to. But like, we don't know a lot about Zio, but I know that something that some of what has to do with it is about space-time and shit. And that's where they were talking about that whole little scenario of all these different worlds or whatever, and then using Evo Joe, the black panel, the white panel, a slavery trigger, and a dude who wants Dragon Ball power, and fuse that all together, and you may get a world without a skywall. I'm not sure. But I just figured that I just wanted to talk about Zio for a minute because that was going through my head. Like, is the show that smart? And has the writing been that smart that they knew that Zio was going to be the next writer all along, and they've been building back up to parallel worlds again? I'm not telling you to go watch Decade. I'm not. I won't do that because I watched Decade. It's the reason why I sit in front of this camera right now. Oh, that and Kamen Rider Climax Heroes, but yet and still. The thing is that I just like, that's just me in my own head just sitting up here thinking that they really using this parallel world stuff in build to Zio. And that would, and it's like, and that would be some cool shit that they did if they would do it. That'd be dope as fuck. No bullshit. That would be mad dope if this whole parallel world thing, that if they do some wizard shit, right? Like, I know y'all remember the end of Wizard after Haruto did what he did and he rode off and found that alternate world where all the Kamen Riders are toys or some shit, and then Sota all of a sudden showed up. It was weird. Coach just showed the fuck up. Yo, I'm gonna be God in a minute though, but Orange Arms. You guys remember that, and if you don't, you should probably watch it. But I'm just getting the feeling like that's where they're leaning to, and that's where they are really going with this. That this may actually legitimately be a build up to Zio, and that would be dope. If this just me just sitting up here just on some conspiracy theory shit, and they don't rock like that. But I figured at least we should talk about it. At least I should mention that's what's on my head is. But yeah, parallel worlds. A, B, do this with the power of black things, white things, a slavery trigger, and a dude who wants to enslave the human race named Evo Joe, right? In all of this, it's like, yo, we got a party to attend, so tonight let's celebrate. So the fam decide like, yo, we gonna sit up here and we gonna kick it and have a good old time. We're gonna have a good old time, you know what I'm saying? But before we have this good old time, we've got a couple of things that we need to deal with. Number one, my boy Lordy Boat, for some reason, is sitting up here doing virtual reality training. And I'm like, yo, this is not Metal Gear Solid VR missions, bro. But it was kind of cool. He just sitting there chilling like, la-di-da-di-da, like I'm waiting for my panel. Things just sitting up here and just VR trooper this shit, just one punching motherfucker. I'm just like, okay, I believe you. Fine. Whatever. Like, Evo Joe sits up here like, yo, I need a tune-up, bro. And I'm just like, really? You Lordy Boat, dog. Like last episode, though, you went Ultra Instinct on a nigga, dog. And then, like, now you need a tune-up? But in that scene, we do establish that, you know, that boy Mad Rapist, aka Usumi, is sitting up here like, yo, man, yo, I hold it down for you, fam. You know what I'm saying? You kill my fake real daddy. So you know I always got your back until I find a way to stab you in the back within his end game, because you already know. You already know Usumi is going to be this dude's undoing. And I'm not sitting up here like he gonna be the hero. But something he gonna do in the lead up to this end is gonna have something to do with him. Because he's still mad about Daddy now, but he's still mad about Japanese Big Worm. And if you don't think that, you's a damn fool. So okay, we've established that. Oh, in other news, the name of this episode should be an oath to be Me Tan the Stand, because that's what the rest of this episode is. It's a lead up to Me Tan the Stand's possible demise? Let's go with possible demise, and then I'll do this. Because see, that makes you feel better, right? He go down there like, yo, Sento, cuz, yo, man, I can't keep up with you. Shut up, my nigga. Shut up. Like, shut up. Here. I got you. Man, what's that, man? You know what it is, man. Yo, it's that boy Bonjo to you, this blizzard knocker. But I will give it to you now, but don't use it to henshin or else it will fucking kill you. Why am I singing the Banjo de Yuga song? I'm not Banjo de Yuga, I'm Sento kill you. I'm also inside my head with my other half. He's like, oh daddy, I love you. Oh, now I believe myself and believe in my daddy. What is this bleeding into the Banjo de Yuga song? I don't shrug my shoulders and say I don't know, because all this is on the top of the dome now. Now back to our episode, already in progress. Okay, so there we go. So, in this, we sit up here and establish that, yes, that boy, Me Tan the motherfucking Stan, is about to put in this work at the cost of his own life. But the last 4 or 5 episodes, he's been sitting up here talking about, like, yo, I'm gonna make this grand sacrifice for my girl Me Tan, and Me Tan will finally see me. But then when Me Tan wants to finally give me some ass, I'll be dead. Because it is what it is with that, and it's all the hell it's going to actually be. So it is what it is. So we've already established Me Tan the Stand is done. Like, unless they legitimately throwing up the flags of what it is that they're going to do with that, we'll see. We shall see. But regardless of that, let's get to this party. The party in progress that's going on. Like, yo, we finna sit up here like, yo, we finna barbecue some ribs, bro. Like, yo, you want a hot dog? Like, yo, you want to make you some ramen, homie? Like, yo, I got whatever you need, fam. I'm like, yo, we got all the stuff right here, though. You want a hamburger? You know what I'm saying? You want a hamburger? We like hamburgers. Like, everybody loves hamburgers. Do you love hamburgers? I love hamburgers. You love hamburgers? Yes. Oh, Swag Squad, like, yo, hey, y'all want to have a toast? Man, shut up, nigga, just drink. Sipping on some scissors. Sipping on some zips. Sipping on some scissors. I figured I'd throw that out there. But there are a lot of things in this that we establish. In this, we see the final, quotes, air quotes for that ass, of Me Tan that motherfucking Stan. Me Tan the Stan, like, yo, if I'm finna go out like a motherfucking gangster, allegedly, let my final ultimate standing be the ultimate standing of all. There's Me Tan's towel. I will wipe myself with it. I will coat myself in Me Tan's essence. Me Tan's essence. Okay, that was wrong. That was wrong, but it felt so right. But yeah, he sits up here looking at the towel like, yo, his good side like, no, we could never be true Me Tan the Stan if we sit up here and we still are towel. His evil side up here humping his Damaka more, and I'm just sitting up here like. Like, he's sitting up here like doing lewd things to this pillow, dog, and I'm just like, yo, this show on this clown mode shit, bruh. This show on the clown mode, though. Like, he up here, like, he sat up here, like, he had it, like, in the middle of his legs, humping it. Like, you didn't think I was gonna notice. You was up there, me, Tan, twerking on me, Tan. What the fuck? Fuck wrong with you, show? You playing too fucking much. Also in this, you know, we got the brothers. They just sitting up there, they just over there chilling like, yo, Bonjo, what's up, cuz? You ready to put in this work tomorrow, homie? No, always, fam. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, we gotta protect the earth. We gotta protect the earth, and then we gotta protect the earth. You know what I mean? The earth, EARF, earth. So you ready to put in this word for earth and the earth, and then the two earths that we gonna spread together to make a new earth, or earth if you were playing Primal Rage. You didn't think I was gonna go there, man. I need to really play Primal Rage 2. It's been a long while since I played Primal Rage 2, and I really think I got a better self to play some Primal. You know what? Hold up, hold that thought. Note to self: stream Primal Rage 2 for no fucking reason. It's in my head now, so it's a thing I gotta do. So we have a party. We sit up here and celebrate, pop some fireworks. Everything is all to the G.O.D. Ready to play that game for real now? Cause that's what it is. It's like we sit up here the morning of, we got all these reporters and all these people standing in front of Pandora's Tower, just sitting up here chilling like, oh, Evo Joe is here. Evo Joe is coming. He's going to this girl or some shit. And then for some reason, I don't know whether the helicopter crashes into Pandora's Tower or Evo Joe smacks it out the sky for shit. Either one is okay. And then it's like the plane crashed like right in front of all these people and they scared. It's like, ah. Oh wait. I'm sorry. I hope that thought. Really quick for all my synagogue family, you know what I'm saying? Let's take a moment to pray. Just a moment of silence. I just said just a simple prayer for all those people that got scared, and maybe the one or two people who a helicopter might have fell the fuck on. I don't know. But anywho, Evo Joe's ready to make his last stand. He got thousands of his army, and then through all the scattering people, the squadron shows up. And then Evo Joe announces the rules of the game. So, let me scoot up a little bit. I think I need to get a little close because I need to establish this. You know what I'm saying? This is important, right? Let me get real close. Here's a tower behind me. Your job is to climb this tower and attempt to whoop my ass, which given that you got like 3 episodes left to climb this damn tower before, you know, we get to a new Kamen Rider and shit, and you're going to Rider kick me to death. Oh, but every 10 minutes you don't kick my ass, I'm just going to make people disappear into a black hole because fuck you. So, that's what the game is. Like, simple, input, just whatever. Every 10 minutes, motherfuckers take L's. Just think about that. You guys have a nice day. I will see you up here. Henshin, do whatever the fuck you gonna do, but I'll be waiting. You like how I did that? Establishing game and shit. That's what I do better than anybody in the biz other than this. Establishing what it is. Of course, things get popped off. Slash, da-da-da-da-da. Bust through a hole in the wall. Like, yo, you got Swag Squad like, yo, there's a door. Let's go over there. Boss, guess who's back in the motherfucking house? Hokuto boys. Because during all of the slashing and the, you know, Bat Rod War shit that happened, Evo Joe sat up here and said the piece of his Gap planet. And the piece of his Gap planet became, I want to say, these 3 dudes who we learned through all of this. And this, we learned the real name of this episode is enough to be me trying to stand. Because I could describe to you the scene, but let me explain it this way. Let's remember who we're talking about. Kazumi Sawatari, a.k.a. that dude we love around here. That boy Robot Grisu, a.k.a. Me Tan the Stand. Me Tan the Stand. It's your time, Me Tan the Stand. Because, see, any Evo Joe bringing back your homeboys to really fuck with your head, you at least get what a lot of riders don't. A way to make amends and peace in your own head. Like, this legitimately, like, reminds me of, like, because if you sit up here and really think about rider history, a lot of times when things like this happen to riders, they don't get the opportunity to find peace, to make up for the full circle. It's like, every now and then, you get characters, like, Haruto is a character I can think off my head, but it took the show ending the way it did and all of the Lost Promise to get to a movie for him and Koyomi to find something. You got Mitsuzane, and it's like, we could talk about Mitsuzane till I'm blue in the face when it comes to making it full circle to becoming a better person, and the myriads of other examples. But like, for real, like, For real. Like, those were like the main two characters. Like, when I knew I was going to bring up this point, those were the two characters that came up in my head of characters who were able to get that full circle to come back around to make peace with whatever the hell. Because, again, Haruto needed closure. The movie gave him closure. Mitsuzane needed to go insane a couple of times. Not get some pussy for him to realize pussy is not the most important thing in the fucking world and that it's okay to take a fucking L. And then he became better for it. Something great, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, in this, Mita and the Stan get some well-needed closure. Because all three of his fucking friends took massive fucking L's. Just massive L's for the reason they needed to take L's. These were characters that had to take L's so that you, Mita and the Stan, could be the face we all need so that you can make a sacrifice, and we'll talk about that in a second. That's it. That's it. It's like that whole fight was sitting up here at first, like, yo, Blizzard Knuckle, time to sell this motherfucking toy. And then after he got tired of getting his ass whooped, it became the part where his clones of his friends made out of Gak Planet shit get to sit up here and remind you how they fucking took massive L's and how you held them real close, no fucking homo, while they sat up here and disappeared into nothingness. Well, of course, it's Over who set up her and, Swag, the leader of the Swag Squad killed him, but that stuff, man. Water under the bridge. Beardo! Or whatever. Yes, that whole fight was him making peace. Was him making peace with the situation. Because, again, we're talking about that boy, Mita and the Stan. And how, and like for real, and ultimately for real, and I really want to sit up here and I want to emphasize this point. That whole scene was literally about him making peace with what the situation is and what the hell it was because of what happens next. A lot of times when you deal with power-ups and people who sit up here and watch me, you watch this show, and I don't know if it's a thing you've ever think about, but let Uncle Triple give you something to think about. A lot of times when Kamen Riders and superheroes in general who transform deal with power-ups, it's always something emotional a lot of times. That's not something you usually walk into. Usually the situation pushes you to a point to where you get over yourself, get your head out your own ass, and use yourself to gain a new power to push ever forward. Grease Blizzard. Yep. Grease Blizzard. Like, have you ever heard of a Grease Blizzard before? I haven't. But that was the whole point. The whole point of that was to finally give Mita and the Stan some peace of mind that he is going to have to kill his homies, well, fake Gak Planet versions of his homies yet and still, in order for him to fully take this fucking massive L, because Sento said if you fucking use the damn fucking Blizzard Knuckle to transform, you're fucking dead. So that means you getting kidnapped and smoking on fucking Nebula gas does nothing for you because you still finna take a L. For the second time. I can't even spoil the other thing. Think about that for a second. Think about that for real. But real talk though. On some real talk shit. Grease Blizzard look dope as fuck. He got that fucking claw arm and shit. Sitting up here reminded me of that boy Crane arm. Like, yo, you guys should watch that Happy Birthday technology video. Like, some of the best work I have ever put on the internet. Like, wasn't nobody really thinking about Climax Heroes like that till I pull out that motherfucking tech shit. Those are facts. Oh, and I got a feeling I'm going to be back. Oh, y'all, because it ain't no trailer yet, so we can't really talk about that. But once there's a trailer and we understand what the hell that game is, we'll see if your boy Uncle Triple's coming back to put in more work on that tech. But yo, Kamen Rider Build episode number 46. Oh, to be the one. All right, gotta do it. I'm gonna quit fucking with y'all. Quit fucking with y'all. But yeah, this is the setup to the episode where Mita and the Stan dies because he's supposedly supposed to die. There was a scene in the episode that I didn't mention about Mita and herself searching for a Bottle Lord Dash build driver, and now that fucking boy Mita and the Stan has it, and now he Grease Blizzard, chill the fuck out before you die. But here's the question. Will the show really kill Mita and the Stan? Like, real bullshit? Like, will they really go through with murdering this character? I think they will. I really think for real that honestly, we gonna be talking about next time it's gonna be Rip Me Time. You wanna know why it's Rip Me Time to stand? You wanna know why? Because it's poetic justice. And I'm not talking about the song by Kendrick, but that's my shit. Poetic, man. I love poetic. That's my joint. That's my joint. That's my joint. All good kid, man. It's like yo, I love poetic. That's my shit. I listen to that on repeat all the time. I just love that beat though. Why it ain't no real instrumental of that song? I don't know. He didn't want the bump and put your hands up high. Put your hands up high. In the velvet and rain. I'm gonna quit playing. But I really think for real, poetic justice, real talk. The thing you do for the narrative, if you let me turn the stand go down in a literal cold blaze of glory, that's what you do. Because see again, real shit. Like this dude, me tearing the stand, been write his own ticket out the show for like at least the last 10 episodes. All this dude talk about is I want to make this grand sacrifice. That being a Kamen Rider means risking it all. That may be the push that the rest of the squadron needs to get it done. But see again, it's like I really think that that's what the show is going to do for real poetic justice. Is you kill a character. It's like, well, in this case, you let the character kill himself because he's willing to risk anything and everything because the boy a high head. I'm like, it's like, when you, because hold on, let's talk about this before we get up out of here. Remember what Banjo was like when we first met him? He was a literal hothead for real, and now he turns into closing magma, so that makes sense. What happened to that form that he had when he got the bottle back, where he turned into the form which is supposed to be some super version of Cross Z Dragon before he's Cross Z Magma? They showed that for one episode, selling the motherfucking toys. But still, I really like think about this, like how much having a foot on Terra Firma has done for Banjo Ryuga, because he found a brother in Sento, and you know, depending on how you really want to write that shit, a sister in Masora, a family. I'm like, me trying to stand, even though his family's still over there, you know what I'm saying, making meth on that back farm somewhere in Hokuto somewhere. I don't know, because I really think over there in Hokuto they cook meth. That's just me. I'm not being a racist, or I'm not being a Hokuto racist and talking shit about them, but they look like some people that go in the backwoods and sit up here, drink moonshine, fuck their cousins, and cook meth. I just said that loud as a motherfucker, regardless of that. He was close. He ran up. That was his family. Them Hokuto boys. Red Ranger, Blue Ranger, and Yellow Ranger. I'm being stupid. Let me be dumb. Please let me be dumb. Alright? For real. Letting me to understand, sit up here, and like I said, a cold blaze of glory. To sit up here to risk everything. To sit up here to truly defeat his demons, but in that be defeated by his demons, though. That's really the only way you can take it, unless that it is really on some fake out shit. Because like when Battle Lord Dad bit it, nobody saw that coming. I really thought when they talked about the end of Evo Joe, that I really thought that he was gonna help them beat Evo Joe's ass and then turn around and be the villain that's gonna drive the end of this episode. That's what I really thought, that Shinobu was gonna be the driving force to push the show to its end, because they needed another villain. And I'm kind of glad that for real, at the end of all of that, they didn't sit up here and try to run the game like that. But again, like I say, my point stands. Me time to stand is donezo. It wrap. That's my prediction. That if the show really wants to really give tribute to that character like that, to bring his story full circle, he has to use that Blizzard Knuckle to transform, and then it has to kill him after he sits up here and kills his boy, and then fades off into the ether. That's just what I legitimately think will happen because of the character in which we speak of. So it is what it is with that. But yo, it's a wrap on that, y'all. I'd like to thank you guys for joining me for another one, man. I appreciate it. We got some work coming. Let me get together, because I got to get y'all out of here, and I got to do it properly, man. So shout out to everybody as usual, the Synagogue fam, the LAB fam, all the people that come through every week and come see what's good with you, boy. I appreciate the love. Thank you. With all of that being said, I truly urge you, stay sitting in your motherfucking seats. Or if you got to get up, make it quick. Because you know we got more show for you live on Team GRF TV. So, we're going to properly go to these commercial messages. I'm going to maniacally laugh. I'm going to stop the video, and then you're going to go on with your lives until we got more show for you. You good with that? I'm good with that. So, with all of that being said, let me call for real. Some shit. We will be right back with more show after these commercial messages. Oh, and here's that part where I do that thing like this. Ciao.